Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my training session, or relatively training session called the A-Flat to Glory learning. And for those of you who have not watched my previous videos in this series, I'm just going to recap on what I taught from episode 1 to 3. I think in episode 1 I introduced the concept of the scales and introduced you all to the A-flat scale and all the notes in the scale. And I think I also introduced you to the numbering system which I use throughout the learning series. And then I also, so then in episode 2, what I did is I introduced you to chords. Yes. I introduced you to chords. So I introduced you to basic 1, 4, 5, 6 chords, because those are the chords which are the base chords for most songs. And I gave song examples of why this is the case. And in episode 3, the most recent episode, I introduced you to inversions. Inversions being the base chords with different notes as its root chord, but then it's still the same chord. If you have not watched those videos, I highly recommend that you do watch them, because I literally have not had any plan in terms of actually doing these teaching sessions. Like, I have not written down any plan of what I'm going to teach in the episode. I'm literally just taking it as it comes, seeing what I'm teaching, and then adjusting or deciding what I want to teach next. But then so far, it's been in a chronological order. So at this point, what I'm teaching you today, if you are a beginner, it's not going to make much sense at all if you have not watched the previous episodes. Okay, so enough of me waffling on. I'm going to get straight into it now. So today what I'm going to be teaching is I'm just going to be touching on some other chords which I haven't shown you yet. And this would be the 2, the 3, and the 7. The 2, 3, and the 7. And I'm going to show you how it is that you can actually, or not even how, when it is that you'll actually be using these chords, or these chords. So, of course, we're in A-flat. So, if you were to follow what I taught in episode 2 on how to structure these chords, I guess you actually would get away with it in some cases in playing those chords. What I mean by that is this, for example. If you had to play the 2 chord, the way I taught it is play a note, skip the next note in the scale, play the next note, skip the next note in the scale, play the next note. And then there, we have a 2 chord, right? Same thing with the 3. If you were to play, skip, play, you have 3. As you can see, these are not major chords, they're minor. I will teach about majors and minors maybe at some point when I'm doing side teaching. I'm not sure what I'll do in the A-Flat to Glory series, but then we'll see how things go. So, why I say that you generally won't play it is because when you're playing the 2 and the 3, you generally are playing something that's more melodic in terms of what the song actually requires. Same thing with the 7. If you're playing the 7, it'll be something like this: 7, 2, 4. Play, skip, play, skip, play. So that would be a 7. Should I think about whether I actually ever used the 7? I honestly never use the 7. Yeah. So now to actually get into what I'm going to show you today. So when you're playing, generally, when you're playing a 2, a 3, or a 7, what I do is I play either the 1, the 4, or the 5. Sometimes the 6 over these chords. What I mean is this. When I'm playing the 2, most cases it'll be a case where I'm playing the 2 with a 4, right? In its first inversion. 4. So it's not going to make much sense right now, but I'll show you, for example, in a song. So when I'm playing the 2, it's most likely I'm doing this, right? The 2 is the most important because 9 times out of 10, if I'm playing the 2, I'll be playing the 4 in its first inversion. When I'm playing the 3, though, here's where it gets a bit complicated because the chords which I'll generally play when I'm playing the 3 is either the 1, but then with the add 9 and leaving out the 3. Let's just play the 4 add 9 right now. That's when I'm playing a 3. I'll either play that or I'll play this right here, which is also the add 9, except that I'm not playing the 3 and I'm shifting the 1 an octave higher. So instead of playing a 1, 2, 5, I'm playing a 2, 5, 1. So I'm playing the 1 add 9 or the A flat add 9 in its first inversion, which can also be this, but then I feel like the 3 adds too much unnecessary depth, like that and it's very slight, but then for me it's I feel like it's just playing it like that. It makes it nice and light, fluffy. It just makes more sense to me. You can add it if you want and play like that, but I generally leave out the 3. So those are the 2 examples. When I'm playing the 3, I'm usually playing that, or I'm playing that in that way, which is a 3 on the left hand, 2, 5, 1 on the right hand. And then for the 7, I'm usually playing a 5. That's basic. With the 7, it's usually always a 5. Now to actually show this in a song. First of all, let's use the song which I was playing in the last episode, Hallelujah. So Hallelujah, which is, for those who watched the previous episode, remember I told you it is. You see that? I wonder if any of you have noticed the second chord I'm playing here and the third chord I'm playing. 1, 4, 1. But look at the one I'm playing right now. Look at the 4 I'm playing right now. Aren't those the same chords which I said I would use with the condition of the 3 and the 2? So what I mean is, instead of playing 1, 4, 1, 4, 1 on your left hand, so your left hand playing 1, 4, 1, 4, 1. Doesn't sound nice at all, right? Bum, 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 bum. It doesn't sound nice at all, right? Because the left hand is not flowing with the right hand. The left hand is playing exactly what the right hand was playing before I taught you inversions. The left hand is playing what you're playing. No. It's playing that, right? So now I'm making the left hand walk with the right hand. I'm going to figure out a better way to explain this in future episodes. But literally, what I mean is that the general left hand notes or chords which you play when you're playing a certain chord in your right hand. So for example, over here, obviously this is a 1 in its second inversion, but then I'm playing a 1 in my left hand, right? And then when I'm playing see now I'm playing a 2, so my left hand is walking with the right hand. When I'm playing this 4, this first inversion, I'm more likely to play the 2. Then when I'm playing the 3, so again, I'm playing the 1 in the second inversion, 4 is first inversion of a 2, my left hand. Right hand is playing a 1 in its roots, and the left hand is playing a 3. Right hand is playing a 4, it's a second inversion, left hand is playing a 4. Back to the 3. So, the best way I can describe it is that these are the notes which are more likely to play when you play this as a chord. Now let me just give another song for example. Literally, I promise you, it might sound ridiculous right now, it might not make much sense, but the more you follow it, the more you'll see that when I'm playing, I'll just pay attention. When I'm playing certain chords, you'll see I'm generally playing certain notes in my left hand. And I'm going to call them out to you. I'm going to try to keep them as simple as possible, not play all those funky chords which I usually play when I'm doing my covers. Those things I can always teach at a later stage when you have a better understanding of the basics. We give you all the glory from your Alpha and Omega. So now we're talking the notes. We're talking the notes again. I'm gonna play the chords now. When you are talking notes, this is something which takes practice. There are certain. Stick to the bass chords first, and then you're gonna see what fits what, right? It's about how it sounds, but for now, I'm just gonna teach you what actually makes more sense, right? But then, because I'm self-taught, I haven't been taught by someone how to play the keyboard. So literally, the way I'm teaching to you is the same way I learned. I felt the chords out, and what made the most sense is what I got accustomed to being the correct thing to play. So for example, what I mean is, so we give you all. I told you it's a 6, 5, 4, 1. Right? When you're playing the 6, I'm gonna use the 6. I'm not gonna use the 1 for now because it's gonna get a bit confusing here. So when you're playing the 6, you're gonna play the 6 in your left hand. 6, give you all. Now we're walking down. 5, with your 5 in second inversion in the right hand. 5 on your left hand. 4, right hand, 4 left hand, and there we have it again. We introduced this, the 3. Now the 3 is you play with the 1 in the right hand. Remember I told you that there'll be cases where I'm playing the 3 and that will have the 1 in that position. There it is again. Now let me give you another example of how I've used the 3. Okay. One of my most earliest uploads, the song Uingosi Yamahosi. That's why I use the 3. Obviously, I'm not talking the chords in this song. If I was talking the chords, you see, I'll still be using the 3 with that 1 over there. But yeah, I'll just show you another instance where I use it there. Okay. Anyways, you'll see the instances more where I use that 3. But then this is usually where you use the 3. This one is a more exotic one, but then it has a place. It has a place. And the 7. If we just pick a song like Jehovah Is Your Name, Jehovah is your name, Jehovah is. Yeah, there we go. Oh, 6, 7. See, I'm playing a 7 with a 5. Then I'm playing the 1 in my right hand with the 1. My 1 in my right hand is in the second version. See, right here I'm talking the chords. 6, I told you, the 6. 7, 5 with the 7 right hand. And then the 1 with the 1. 4 with the 4. 5, second inversion, 5 left hand. 6, 7, no, 5 over 7. When I say 5 right hand, 7 left hand. Your name. So, we use the 7 when you're talking out the chord like that. And yeah, so I think that I'll leave that for now. And the next episode, I'm gonna go in depth on actual. We're shifting a bit away from chords, and I'm going to teach you how to talk notes, like how I've been doing. Because I feel like if you have a bit of an understanding on how to talk out the notes, you'll know exactly when to play a note, when to play a chord, which chord to play. And yeah, that'll help you a lot. So I think that if we just do a quick recap, I think I'll just simplify it for everybody and just say this is the 2. With your 4 in the right hand, 2 in your left hand. We're not doing inversions for this one, we're sticking to just this for the 2. Whenever we're playing a 2, we're playing this, right? When we're talking about a 3, we're playing this, or this, for those ones to make it sound better. It's that, but I usually leave out the C. But for those ones to be strict and keep to bass chords, we'll do that. For those ones to sound a bit melodic, you can use that, but then it's that. So 2, 3. No inversions. Leaving inversions out of it for now. And the 7 is that. Because it's a 5. And then for the 5, when you're using the 5 in other situations, you're usually using it as 5. It's only this situation where you are more likely to use it as a 7. So that's a 7. So 2, 3, 7. So with that being said, now we can take a look at walking through everything from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 1. And I'll show you. This is how a chord scale will look at from what I've showed you. No? Looks this scale. And literally, what I showed you just there, literally the majority of songs, you play just that. Yeah, you play just that. But yeah, I know this episode might have confused a lot of people. I apologize for that. But then I promise you that it's going to make more sense as time progresses. For the next episode, we are going to be talking songs. We'll learn how to talk songs, and then once I do the talking songs, I think next I'll introduce talking songs with chords. Right, everybody? Stay blessed.